Okay, I believe StreamYard has just fixed their technical issue. Hmm. Well, you have listened in last week and you're wondering, what else could there possibly be that I need to tweak? Well, be sure that you listen in until the end as I share with you all 10 of these ugly habits that are blocking you from your forever partner. And by the way, number 11 is a bonus. And this is the one, yes, the bonus is the ugly habit that is keeping you on the hamster wheel. So grab a pen and your dating journal and tell a friend that April the Loveologist is live, and this is one that you certainly do not want to miss. Well, I'm April, and I am your favorite loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. So, also take a moment and make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, and share this broadcast. I will certainly appreciate that. So, we're going to cover all 10 this time, and it may take a few minutes. So, let's dig in. We're going to start out by reviewing the first 6, and then we'll hit those last 5. And you should really feel empowered or certainly ready to make a change. Number 1 we talked about last week was I don't have time. And remember, you are the boss. How can you say you don't have time when you're the one who dictates not only your schedule, but everybody else's schedule? Number 2, you are simply not clear about the type of guy you would like, or shall I say, the type of characteristics you would like to have in your guy, or the things that you would like to do with him, or you would like him to be interested in doing so that y'all can just have fun together. Number 3. Yes, number 3. The ugliest habit of them all, the rest in B face. And like I said last week, if you don't know what the B stands for, feel free to DM me on any of the platforms and I will be glad to share that with you. But when you have that rest in B face, you are not approachable. Guys read that real quick and they're like, I am not about to walk over there and say anything to her. So your job is actually to look happy and be happy. Number 4, no flirting skills. Yes, those flirting skills need to be leveled up. You can't flirt and you can't recognize flirting. You're out with your girlfriends and they're just constantly telling you, that guy over there is checking you out. The guy at the door is checking you out. Did you see that fine drink of water over there? He's checking you out too. And you don't even know it. No flirting skills and can't recognize any flirting skills. Well, let me check out these comments. Happy Monday. I am so glad to have you here. If you're out there listening, please say hello and tell me in this wonderful hot season of the year, what is your favorite ice cream? And that way I will know that all of my platforms are working. And my favorite ice cream is rainbow sherbet because I like to have a lot of things mixed up. So yes, I love me some rainbow sherbet. So if you're out there listening, go ahead and put that in the comments so I'll know that all of my platforms are working. So the last one we did was the no flirting skills. And so we definitely know that we need to level up with those. Number 5, refusing to level up. having this attitude, well, he's just going to have to take me as I am because I am who I am. And that's me. And so he's just going to have to deal with that. I have heard that so many times in my lifetime. I think it's hilarious because the thing is, that's me and who I am, a lot of times is exactly what is deflecting the men. That is the thing that you're portraying that is turning the men off. So none of us are perfect, but all of us can improve on something. It says, how do you feel about women that are thinking that men are just being dirty if they're staring at you without saying anything? Would you say they need to acknowledge and keep it pushing? Well, I'm going to read that question again. How do you feel about women that are thinking that men are just being dirty if they're staring at you without saying anything? I would say that if that's what she's thinking, she might need to open up her mind a little bit. Because when men are staring, that doesn't mean they're dirty. It could just mean that they see something they like and they trying to figure out how they're going to approach. They're not always dirty and they're not always thinking about sex, although they think about it a lot. So we can't assume that. Some of them may be staring at you just because they're checking you out, and especially if they're from another culture, they may be checking you out. And some men, I've seen the look, they have this interesting look on their face. They just stand back and just kind of look at you just to see what all you're doing or not doing, because they're trying to figure you out before they say anything or before they decide whether they're going to come in your direction or go in the other direction. But you can't always think that they're thinking dirty. That's unfair to them. So you have to open your mind and think it could be several things that's going on in his head. But remember, we're not mind readers either. So can't do that all the time. I also want to invite you all to get on the waiting list for my course, The Roadmap to Your Forever Partner. I'm going to tell you, the ladies that have taken this course, in the first session, they were having breakthroughs, they were having aha moments, and several of them were telling me that they were taking notes and just writing like crazy. And then they went out and implemented some of the things that they learned in that very first session, and they came back telling me just how things were just so much different now that they had this new knowledge and new, shall I say, actions about themselves. So this roadmap to your forever partner is something you certainly want to check out, and you want to be sure that you get on that waiting list. And to get on the waiting list, all you have to do is post in the comments the word roadmap. And if you're shy about that, you can always go to one of my DMs and type the word roadmap so that I can get you the information and get you on that waiting list, because I am excited about this class, this course rather. It is making a difference, a big difference in a lot of the lives of the women who have taken it. And yes, it will definitely help you to level up in the areas of interracial relationships, as well as traditional relationships. I just basically want you to win in your love life, period. So let's move on to some more of the items on this list. Number 6 was, you have a monotonous routine. You go to the grocery store, you go to work, and you might go to the gym. And what do you do the next day? Go to the grocery store, go to work, and to the gym. And this is so interesting that we do the same thing over and over and over. But you need some variety in your routine. You need to go to some other places because the thing is, where you're going in your regular routine, you've seen all the guys there and all of them have seen you, and obviously nothing is happening yet. So why not vary your routine? If you're going to the gym, that gym probably has locations other places in the city. Go to a different location sometime. Go to a different grocery store sometime. Vary your routine. I know today I needed to go out to another part of town where my insurance company is. And usually, because it's a bit of a distance from my house, I usually just go there and come straight back. Well, I went there this morning and I was like, oh, how about this? Let's do something different. I had a book with me. So I went to Panera Bread and sat in Panera Bread and read my book for a while. Yes, there was at least one nice looking man in there, and I never did get to see if he had gold or silver. But anyway, I varied my routine, which is something you need to do because you never know who you might meet because you live in a glass house and somebody is checking you out practically everywhere you are. Vary your routine. Do something different. Add some other activities into your routine. These are just ugly habits that we have, and they need to be tweaked ASAP. Number seven. You have no knowledge of what a high value man is. I'm going to say that one again. You have no knowledge of what a high value man is. Most women, when you say high value man, they assume that you are talking about someone who is in a high income bracket. Let me tell you, that does not make him a high value man because we have men in high income brackets that are doing all kinds of things and breaking the law and et cetera, et cetera. A high value man is a man who has the values that you're looking for, not just a rich man. And here's part of the problem right there, that you have no knowledge of what a high value man is, because back in number 2, we talked about you're not familiar or clear on the type of man you would like. So if you're not clear on the type of guy you would like, then you're not clear on what a high value man is to you. Because you've got to be clear so that you know who is meeting all the desires that you have for your man. Because a high value man is not a man just because he might have a fat wallet. Number 8. Many of you have no idea of the type of energy that you are giving off. You're very unaware of what masculine energy is and what feminine energy is. And there's this thought that goes along with that, is that men are intimidated by me. But the deal is, men are not intimidated by you. Men see what type of energy you are giving off, and they don't want to deal with masculine energy in a woman. Some of them say, I can go play touch football with my boys, or I can go play basketball with my boys, or we can go to the boxing match. They don't want that in the woman or in their forever partner. Many of us are just so unaware that we put out so much masculine energy. You'll need to learn how to turn it off, especially when you leave the office, so that you allow your femininity to come out. And as we say here, loose your girly and let her go. So if you read my book, you know what that's about. My book, What Your Mama Didn't Tell You About Dating? Yeah. If you read that book, then you know what I mean when I say loose your girly and let her go. Okay, so here's another comment. Some guys would love a girlfriend to watch football with and understand the game and not pretending. This is true. And some of them would, maybe like you to play a little touch football with them, but they don't want you being all of this hard manliness all the time. And a lot of women are really into their masculine so much more than they are in their feminine. And a lot of them don't even know what their feminine side is, or even how to give off a little bit of feminine energy. So, number 9, you are overly demanding, controlling, trying to run everything, trying to take over. This man has got to be X, Y, and Z, and he's got to have A, B, and C, and this, that, and the other. And the one that most people are talking about here lately on social media is, he's got to pay for my babysitter if he wants to take me out. Just overly demanding. And number 10, y'all just, for some reason, many of you just don't want to get professional help, or you haven't even thought about getting professional help. One of the benefits, or some of the benefits of having a professional assist you in your dating life, is so that you can have a one-on-one coach with someone who knows more than just your relatives or your friends. Someone to help keep you accountable and help keep you on a track that is going to assist you to reach your goal. Many of you have got pieces of knowledge on dating. You've been reading books, you've been going to workshops, you've done this, that, and the other, but not receiving any one-on-one professional help where the things that you may have been learning from the book have been also tweaked for you so that it fits your individual situation. This is why you want to get professional help and work with somebody so that they can see areas that you can't see. And when you work with a professional like myself who has personal experience, plus they've been through some training, I have ideas, scenarios, examples far beyond what your cousin and your friends can tell you. And that is what makes getting my professional assistance very valuable to you, because I'm not only going to share with you what is in that course roadmap to your forever partner, but you're going to have one-on-one time with me where the things that we've talked about in the course are going to be personalized to your specific situation. And I'll tell you, the first time that I had a real coach who knew what they were doing, things started changing in my life. My habits started changing. I began to get much more attention from men, and that is positive attention. I learned how to carry myself differently because I had someone who was pointing out to me some things that I needed to tweak. This is why you want to be sure that you get some professional help. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one as well as go through this roadmap to your forever partner, be sure that you leave a comment in the comments and tell me you'd like to work with me one-on-one, or you can DM me or send me a message on Messenger, and I will be glad to get you my calendar so that we can schedule a time to work together. All right. Checking out these comments over here. Let's get on to before we go to number 11, the bonus, I want to be sure that you come back and hang out with us again next week on Monday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. The topic next week is going to be the secret to connecting with your forever partner when you're desiring an interracial relationship. I'm going to say that again. Next week, next Monday at 6 p.m. Central and 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about secret to connecting with your forever partner when you desire an interracial relationship. All right, I don't see any more comments right at the moment. So let's go on to number 11. So make sure you have your pen and paper ready and your ears open, because this number 11 is a big one. This is what is keeping a lot of you on the hamster wheel. You are afraid to step out of your comfort zone. There are two areas that I have talked about over the last year or two when it comes to dating. There's two areas. And if you think you know about these areas that I have, specific areas that I've talked about that would cause people to step out of their comfort zone when it comes to dating, go ahead and put them in the comments so I can see if you have an idea of what I might be talking about. Because, like I said, this is the thing that is keeping you on the hamster wheel. You're afraid to step out of your comfort zone. So, here's the two areas that I talk about when it comes to dating that can help you open your pool of potential mates. Keep dating the same old guy. Well, okay, that's one. But what I'm really speaking of is this. You have been listening to me for a while, and you know that I speak about interracial dating, and I also speak about dating people with disabilities. And like I said, this one here, you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And one of the things that people do when they see somebody who has a disability is they have a tendency to ignore them. If someone from another culture is checking you out, you may have a tendency to ignore them as well, or even drop your head. We're closing ourselves off to other potential dates because we're not paying attention to people with disabilities, or we're ignoring also people from other cultures. There is a young man on Instagram. His Instagram name is Wheelchair Poppy. The young man is as fine as he can be, but he's in a wheelchair. So my question to you is, if you bumped into him on the street, would you ignore him? Would you go the other way? Would you do like somebody did me the other day? I'm walking facing them, walking to them. They looked away until they got past me and then looked back in my direction. It was weird. It was funny as all outdoors. But these are the things that we do. These are the little habits that we have. And again, working with a professional would point these things out to you. When someone from another culture is talking because they have an accent, do you ignore them or do you look down on them? See, this is my job as a coach to bring these things to your attention. But if you would open up and pay attention to persons who have disabilities or persons from other cultures, you would open your pool of people to date. There are several people who have met people that were disabled and got married. I know a couple, they got married, they got a dog. Now they're going to be foster parents. And he's in a wheelchair and will probably be in one for the rest of his life. Like I said, these are just little habits that we have that we need to tweak so that we can stop blocking our forever partner, so that we can connect with the type of guy that we really, really desire to be with. So over here in the comments, it says, keep dating the same old guy. Yep, we do that too. Same old, same old. And that is actually something that we talk about in the roadmap to your forever partner. I share with you how you can break that cycle. She said over here, having the clarity of what you want. Yes, we'll cover that as well. And having your non-superficial qualities in check. All of those things we discuss and have strategy on how to straighten those things out, or shall I say, iron them out, while we're in this course, Roadmap to Your Forever Partner. So again, be sure that you put in the comments roadmap, or go to my DM or my messenger and put the word roadmap so that I can make sure that you get on that waiting list for the roadmap to your forever partner, because I am here to help you win. So let's go back and review all of these right quick. We talked about not being afraid to step out of your comfort zone. We talked about getting professional help and letting me know that you would like to work with me so that you can have some one-on-one time. We talked about how we need to stop being overly demanding. We need to be aware of the type of energy that we are putting out and be sure that we are doing more feminine energy than masculine energy. We need to get a true understanding of what a high value man means to us personally, because he's not Mr. Moneybags. We need to change our routine, add in a new place to go to. We need to level up and not just assume that somebody's got to accept us just the way we are, but that there's some things that we need to change. We need to work on the flirting skills, the flirting and identifying flirting. Get rid of that rest and be face and become clear, 100% clear on the type of guy that we desire. And of all things, make time for dating. So those are the 10 ugly habits that are blocking you from your forever partner. So I am looking forward to seeing the word roadmap in my messenger or my DM so that I can put you on the waiting list for the roadmap to your forever partner. I'm going to look over here in the comments and see if there's any more questions. Well, I don't see any more questions at this point. I just want to thank you all for coming, joining in live. And if you are watching this and on the replay, be sure that you type replay or hello so that we'll know that you were there. And be sure that you share this with a friend. Well, I'm April, your favorite loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, the president and CEO at AuthentiQ Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. I will see you all next week, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye bye now.